If you need help with practicing your writing skills, check out these workbooks that can be useful in improving your academic writing skills. The link is in the description below. Sometimes when you write an essay, your teacher may tell you that your words or your ideas are not parallel, or that there is a problem with your parallel structure. Now, parallel structure means that there needs to be a balance in your grammar. Now, this could be with words or phrases, or sometimes even with lists. In this video, I'll show you how you can fix some of these problems. Parallel structure in writing is something that's needed to make sentences sound more uniform. Ideas and words need to be parallel. So, what does parallel mean? Well, when we use nouns in a sentence, for example, running and jumping, in the same sentence, we don't want to say running and to jump. I like running and to jump. This is not parallel. When we use infinitives, for example, to run and to jump, in a sentence, we don't want to use the words to run and then the word jumping. It's the same with prepositional phrases. We want to write something like this: in the morning and at the corner. Both of these phrases contain a preposition. We don't want to write things like in the morning and then being there. This is also true for subordinate clauses, parts of sentences that need to go with another clause. For example, you might say, because it helps, and after he ate. Now, you don't want to write because he helps and to eat. Now, the center list of words are parallel words. They're in the same form. But the words on the right are not parallel because they do not have the same pattern. Now, when you write a sentence, you do not want to mix the forms. All right, let's see what that looks like when we actually write some sentences. In sentences that use the words and, or, but, you do not want to mix the forms. So here's an example. John likes reading and to play basketball. Now, these are two things that John likes to do, reading and to play basketball. But when we write our sentence, we really should write it this way. John likes reading and playing basketball. You can see here that both the words reading and playing are in the same form. Here's another example. John does not like playing basketball or to read books. It would be better to write this sentence in this way. John does not like playing basketball or reading books. Now again, you can see that in the first sentence, the two forms are not the same. Playing basketball and to read books are not parallel. But in the second sentence, the words playing and reading are in the same form. Here's an example with the word but. John likes to read, but not playing basketball. Now this should be John likes to read, but not to play basketball. Or it could be written like this. John likes reading, but not playing basketball. As you can see, it's important to keep the words parallel. Now, we also don't want to mix forms with phrases. Here's an example. John likes reading after he does his homework or to relax. Now, you can see here that John likes to read, but the phrases after that are not parallel. After he does his homework is a phrase, but it's a lot longer than the words to relax. They're also not in the same form. So this sentence should look like this. John likes reading after he does his homework or when he wants to relax. Now both phrases are in the same pattern. They're parallel. After he does his homework and when he wants to relax are in the same form and are parallel. We also want to make sure that our words in a list are in parallel structure. So here's an example. John likes reading, running, and to play basketball. Now you can see here that the first two words are reading and running, but then we change to the phrase to play basketball. It would be better to write the sentence like this. John likes reading, running, and playing basketball. Well, let's look at another example. The manager wrote up his report quickly, accurately, and in detail. Now, this sentence would be better written like this. The manager wrote up his report quickly, accurately, and precisely. All three of the words are written as adverbs ending in ly. They are parallel. Let's look at another example. She wanted 3 things out of college: to make friends, to learn a skill, and having a good time. Now, the 3 ideas at the end of the sentence are not parallel. Here's a better way to write this sentence. She wanted 3 things out of college: to make friends, to learn a skill, and to have a good time. And here's one more example. In spring, summer, or in winter would be better written this way: in spring, summer, or winter. Let's look at just a few more examples. The manager told his workers that they should be on time, that they should be focused, and do their best to improve productivity. Now, these 3 phrases are not parallel. This is better. The manager told his workers that they should be on time, that they should be focused, and that they should do their best to improve productivity. And here's another shortened form of that same sentence. The manager told his workers that they should be on time, be focused, and do their best to improve productivity. Now, we do not want to mix forms with sentences that use the words not only, but also. And here's an example. The manager argued not only about the price, but he also argued about the production time. Now, we really don't need the words he also argued. This sentence is more parallel. The manager argued not only about the price, but also about the production time. The 2 phrases are about the price and about the production time. Let's practice how to fix this kind of problem with parallel structure by using these sentences. Managing your money well is to be prepared for the future. How would you fix this sentence so it's more parallel? This sentence would be better like this. Managing your money well is preparing for the future. Here, both of the words end in ing. All right, let's try this one. The manager suggested changing the price and to write better instructions. How would you make this more parallel? Here's one possibility. The manager suggested changing the price and writing better instructions. Here's another one for you to try. Many young people like to do extreme sports and watching technique videos of others on YouTube. How would you fix this sentence? Well, here's one possibility. Many young people like to do extreme sports and to watch technique videos of others on YouTube. However, this choice might be better. Many young people like participating in extreme sports and watching technique videos of others on YouTube. Sometimes you will need to change the words to make the sentence more parallel. And here's one more for you to fix. Good sense and being thoughtful are 2 good qualities to have. How would you fix this one? Here is a possible answer. Having good sense and being thoughtful are two good qualities to have. So, how can you avoid problems with parallel structure? Well, one thing you can do is to look for sentences in your writing that contain the words and or, and then check to see if the ideas are in parallel structure. Also, you can make sure that any lists of words or ideas are parallel, and sometimes reading the sentences out loud will help you to hear if the rhythm is wrong. For example, do all the words end in ing endings? Some of these things might help you as you look at your sentences to check for parallel structure. Now, parallel structure in writing is very important. So as you write, be careful that you have your words in parallel structure. Happy writing!